97.9 GRD rocks. Hey, it's Metalhead Ned hanging out here on the studio. I don't know, on the studio, whatever I'm trying to say. I don't know. But I've got on the phone right now. These guys are about to head out on a huge-ass tour with Breaking Benjamin. And I can credit these guys with actually saying that it's one of the first rock albums that I ever owned was the self-titled Godsmack album. And I got drummer Shannon Larkin on the phone with me. What's up, Shannon?
How's it going, man? That's awesome. So one of your first rock records was Godsmack. That's great.
Yeah, the moment I heard whatever, I'm just like, well, damn it, now I'm a rock fan.
Love it.
Good stuff, man. Well, how you doing, man? How's it going out there?
It's going good, man. We've been home for a couple weeks now, a little break from Europe, which was amazing. We've been touring for like a year now and went to a lot of places we've never been to before. We did like Russia and Australia. We actually hadn't been there in a long career. But so it's been fantastic. But, we're nearing the end now. One more tour, and we wanted, of course, to end it in America.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's something that we jumped back. Speaking of the first record, we went back in our catalog, and we, picked out, like, songs that we haven't played in 10 years that we're going to bust out on the new tour,
Yeah, definitely.
And also a bunch of cool bands. I'm looking at the itinerary, and I see we're playing shows with Breaking Benjamin, who we toured with, Seven Dust, Rob Zombie's out there, So it's going to be like a really good big party for us. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. And you guys are going to be here in Michigan at Battle Creek at Kellogg Arena on September 24th. Tickets are on sale to it right now. Now, when you're out on tour, I mean, you guys have been going on for forever. It seems it's kick-ass that you guys are still out there just touring nonstop. Do you ever see like a hiatus in the future or something like that? Because I see a lot of bands are taking breaks.
Yeah, we're not gonna. We're gonna do this tour, and then we like to take some time off. Like we'll take the rest of November and December, and then partway through January, the plan is already to get together in Tony and I's studio in Florida. Sully and Robbie will come down from Boston, and we'll start writing the new record in February, and then hopefully we're also going to write on tour, which is easier said than done, but that's the plan, to try and get some songs written while we're out on the road to give us like kind of a head start for February.
Yeah.
February, get together in Florida, start writing a bunch of songs, then by March, April, go up to Boston, and boom, start recording a new record.
Man, so new Godsmack is on the way. Now, when it comes to when you said your writing process, I hear from a lot of bands that it's actually really hard. Like you just kind of said too, it's really hard to write on the road. What makes it kind of difficult?
Well, the fact that you have the pressure of having to play every night and perform. We set a high standard for ourselves, and we like to be really good, like live. That's what we pride ourselves on. Like, we don't run any tape. We don't run any click tracks. We're a really well-rehearsed band, and so you have that thing that you have to do every day on tour, which is, interviews and meet and greets and then the big show every night. So to get into a creative space and write music, you have to kind of go into a zone.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get into that writing zone when you're on tour.
Yeah.
And it's a big party.
That's very true. I could definitely understand. I mean, you guys, every time I've seen it, you always put 110% out there, and especially when you and Sully do the double drum solo thing. That's always so cool to see, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, that's basically our favorite part of the set for him and I. It's the part of the set where, even though the structure and the arrangement of the song is the same every night, but we get to play whatever fills we want off the cuff stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you can like kind of improvise every night, and that's like the funnest part of the set for us nearing the end of a tour, especially.
Yeah, you just jam out like for the next 10 minutes, just rocking and having a good time.
Totally.
Now that's of course one of the highlights of your guys' show is that huge drum solo that you guys do. Who came up with the thought of doing the double drum solo and everything? Because it's very unique, and you don't see that with like pretty much any band. The only band that I've seen do it is you guys.
Well, when I first joined the band, like before me, they did a part. They had a song on the first record, "Get Up, Get Out."
Okay.
And they would break that song down in the middle. And Tommy, the original drummer, Tommy Stewart, would just hold the beat, and then Sully would have like these percussion, congos and bongos and cowbell and a timbale rolled out on stage, and he would like solo over Tommy playing the beat in that song, Get Up, Get Out.
Okay.
And then when I joined the band, what happened was, they were already starting to write songs. And Sully, who, as you know, is a great drummer, so he had his whole drum set up in the rehearsal place. And so I brought my drum set there, too. And so now when we started writing, he would sit down behind drums and say, oh, try this beat. And then, of course, I would play the beat, and it turned into a little drum battle in a rehearsal room.
Yeah.
And then, and Tony and Robbie were sitting there, and they kind of joined in and started playing along to me and Sully, like, riffing off each other. And then that's when the idea just came up in the room. Like, Sully's like, dude, we should do this live. And then everybody's like, wow, that would be awesome. And so basically from the first tour I ever did with this band, we've been doing that. And that's been 14 years now,
Isn't it crazy to think, man, that it's been 14 years? Would you ever imagine that you'd be rocking still in Godsmack for 14 years?
No, dude. I tell you, it's mind-boggling because the time just flies. I mean, I can't. It seems like I still have to pinch myself, even. Wow, I'm in Godsmack. But the years just roll by, and I guess that's a good thing because they say time flies when you're having fun. So
yeah, exactly.
As long as I'm having fun, I'm going to keep doing it, man.
Hell yeah, man. And it's still even crazy to think, as I mentioned to you before, that Godsmack was one of the first rock albums. The first album was one of the first rock albums I ever listened to. And it's like, my God, that was back in 1998. Where the hell did time go?
I know, man. It's so crazy.
Definitely.
Now we're looking, wow, 14. And, the band was together, oh, man, like four years before I joined. So
yeah,
we're coming up on 20 years.
Oh my gosh! Ugh. Are you guys thinking about maybe doing like a 20th anniversary tour at some point?
We are talking already about that. I think 2018 is officially going to be the 20-year mark, and so we're thinking of coming out and doing that thing where we play the whole first record in its entirety, and then we'll come back out and do all like the hits that the fans want to hear. But we think that'd be kind of special, do the whole first record in its entirety.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think actually Korn is doing that right now on their tour.
It's amazing. They're another band that's just been around forever, and you got to look at it like you're so lucky to be in that spot. It's like less than 1% of bands even get signed, let alone get signed and have a 20-year career. It's amazing.
And a lot of like big rock stars have been kind of saying the same thing, that today's musicians that are like up and coming bands, it's just so much harder to be a musician nowadays because of the availability of music from illegal downloading and all that stuff. Like record companies just aren't buying bands that much anymore because there's just no money to be made, which is really sucky for new artists. But it's great that guys like you guys are still hanging out, still making it work.
Yeah, it is sad. We Robbie and I talk about it like, wow, man, new bands. It would be so hard to come out. Like in the days of Korn and Godsmack, and you would go out and you would start playing your local area clubs, and you'd start throwing originals in, maybe playing covers even, and next thing you know, you'd start to build a fan base, and then once you could start packing the clubs in, then you'd call the labels and they'd come and see you in this packed club, give you a record deal, and then it went on from there. But nowadays, you can't even like get a local. There's no local scenes like even. It's really hard.
Yeah.
And it seems like the only way that new bands can do it is to just have a killer website.
Yeah, exactly. A Facebook like page.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Or maybe even a YouTube video, whatever or Instagram. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very, very different than when we started out, and I don't think it's easy for these new bands. And but one thing I do know is there will always be the need for music, so there will always be new bands. Just to kind of
wrap things up, man, do you have anything you want the fans to know? Anything about the upcoming tour or that possible new record you kind of mentioned to me?
Yeah, it's just, like I said, we're going to make sure that it's a big-ass party and everybody's going to have a great time, and we're definitely digging deep in the catalog and pulling out some songs that we haven't done in a long time. So, we don't want to be Groundhog Day and have the fans that have seen us on the tour already get the same exact show. So they're definitely not going to get that. It's going to be a different show with a much looser feel. Maybe, like I said, maybe even throwing some covers in there. We'll see. But we're going to be the we're gonna throw the party. That's for sure.
Sweet, man. Awesome. Godsmack going to be at Kellogg Arena along with Breaking Benjamin September 24th. Tickets are on sale right now, and be sure to get that. And, of course, Godsmack sounding like it, going into studio next year to potentially work on a new album as well. Shannon, thank you so much for hanging out with me, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for having me.